All right, so we're going to look at the rejected parent now. Again, abuse allegations. What's your response to what the other parent said? What documentation do you have? What evidence do you have? What collateral contacts can I talk to that can support your response to the allegations? Reactions to the child's resistance. So a lot of times a rejected parent is in what I call no man's land in parenting, right? They've never experienced what they're having to experience with their children. Have no idea how to handle the fact that all of a sudden their 5-year-old is terrified of them when a year before they were putting them to bed and reading them stories and giving them baths. How did that happen? I mean, I get rejected parents who seem to be just in a fog, and they are grasping for help. How to understand that this loving child is all of a sudden treating them as if they're a monster. And sometimes when it first starts to happen, when the child first begins to reject the parent doesn't know how to respond. They use their normal parenting skills of, well, if you're not going to come, I'm going to take your phone away. Or, okay, well, you'll have a 30-minute timeout. Or the flip side of that is not being authoritative enough. And they say, okay, if you're upset, I don't want to upset you anymore. We'll just wait till next week. I'll call you tomorrow. Go home with mom or go home with dad. And then what that does is that just reinforces the child to not come next time also. But parents don't know this right off the bat. And so some of the ways that they've responded to the transitions may have entrenched the alienation reaction. They unknowingly did that. So we look at parenting skill and ability because usually there's a lot of allegations that they weren't good parents in some way. They couldn't manage the child in some way. We're also going to look at this because if it has to be a situation where we're going to have to do a transfer of residence in order to fix the problem, we have got to know what the parenting skill is, because we can't send an alienated child who is dysregulated and very volatile to a parent who may not have the skill to manage that. We want to know what's their basic level of parenting skill. Can we provide education and training to help get them to a place to be able to receive this child if we do need to do a transfer of residence? But we also want to know what part might they have played in the child's resistance to them. We all have flaws as parents. We all have things we need to work on. And normal parenting flaws is not a reason for rejection or a reason to not see a parent, even though they may be presented that way during the assessment. Again, we're going to look at this parent also in terms of their co-parenting beliefs and behaviors. What do they believe is appropriate for co-parenting? What have they tried? Have they tried to get themselves on an emergency contact? Have they tried to get their parent information at the doctor's office? What sort of efforts have they made to do those things? We're going to look at previous relationship with the child. So part of the definition for parental alienation is unjustified rejection of a once loved parent, right? And many rejected parents will tell you, I had a great relationship with my child before they stopped coming. And the child will tell you, oh, I've never had a good relationship with them. The favored parent will tell you that too. Oh, it's been horrible since the get-go, or it's been horrible since they were 5. And so you ask for documentation to show you, what was it like? I want to see pictures. I want to see family videos. I want to see artwork they made you. I want to talk to teachers who maybe saw you at the school. I want talk to coaches where you helped out with the volleyball team. And so you try to amass a picture of what the relationship was like before the child got to the point of saying it was horrible. Rejected parent recap. So responses to abuse allegations, parenting skills, co-parenting beliefs and behaviors, previous relationship with the child, and family of origin patterns also. I will also want to take a detailed history of the rejected parents' family of origin.